What's up, good people? I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm Landon. I'm joined by Zach, and this is High Ground Podcast. And Zach, please tell us, what are we talking about?
All right, so we're going to do something very unique and different today. I'm actually really excited about this. So we're not doing a review. We're not doing a deep dive discussion. We're doing our own thing. And we're going to talk about movies that should be made.
I'm going to do my own thing. Yes, we were talking about movies that we think should be made and that we would be sat down and watch immediately. And Zach, I'm gonna let you take the first hit.
Okay.
What's the first movie on your list?
All right. So this is so for clarification, a lot of mine are like original ideas. I'm like, man, this is something I want to be made.
Yeah.
I can go watch. So whoever's out there, if you hear this, since I'm not a director, just give me a little credit, but, go ahead and make it. I could encourage you, please do this. But the first idea I had, so this, I think I've talked to you about this a long time ago. So this idea came to me when I was taking physics a while ago, and this idea of a movie called Free Fall. And the whole concept is, so we have a constant in physics that's called gravity. Gravity's our constant. Without gravity, the laws of nature do not work on Earth. So, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So the whole idea of this movie, it's kind of an apocalyptic type movie, and the idea is the gravitational pull on Earth stops. It goes from like the 9.81 constant meters per second, gone.
Gone.
So down is up. So imagine basically everyone just starts floating and
So if you're in a building, you're cool, but
it's basically floor is lava, but
up.
Reverse.
Because the farther you go
down, yeah.
So once you go to space, you're cooked.
Yeah, basically. So it's an apocalypse movie, so people gonna die.
Yeah.
But the whole idea, and then it's gonna follow survivors basically that So the camera shots would be cool because for one, everything's upside down.
Yeah.
So rooms would be upside down, but also there's times maybe you're pushing on the ceiling, kind of walking around, and also at some point you'd see people literally just fly off. And, it's I don't know. To me, I'm man, because we talked about that in that physics class. It's what would happen if we didn't have gravity, and then that's where that idea sparked from. I'm like, dude, that would change everything.
That would be a good movie though, because if it just flips. So let's say it's say it takes place in New York, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you're in Central Park, you're cooked.
You're cooked, yeah.
Right. But if you're in
the Chrysler Building,
or the Empire State Building, you're
good.
You're good, but how are you gonna function?
And that's the thing. So that's where survival comes into play because you got to eat.
Yeah.
Right? You got to get water. So it's how can you have to? So that's the thing.
That would be cool. I would watch that.
Right? Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah.
You have to figure out how to navigate building to building without falling, free falling. Because that's what we call in physics is when you take a ball.
Yeah.
This is where the idea originates. If you take a ball and you just let go, gravity pulls down. That's called free fall.
Yeah.
It is a natural occurring force. No other force is acting on it according to the laws of Newton. So if you turn off gravity, free fall up. So that's why I'm dude, that would be, it's the same thing, but nothing's anchoring us down. Whoops.
I would watch that. 100%.
Right?
I would watch that.
That's just it. As far as actors and stuff go, hey, it's whatever. I just want that idea.
Yeah.
I think that would be $1 million idea. So if you're out there, do it, please.
So my first movie is, I learned about this story recently, and this is because we got a lot of biopics going on right now, so that's kind of the thing, but they're all mainly about artists, musicians and all that, which is kind of getting tiring,
Yeah.
So mine is a biopic about the FedEx CEO who recently passed away.
Okay.
Name is Fred Smith, and the reason I want this movie is because, in the 70s, FedEx had $5,000 left, right? He was about to lose company, right? What does the bro do? Goes to Vegas, gambles, and wins $27,000, enough to save his company.
Bro.
So it would be a poker movie. Dude goes to Vegas, all the hands. It's very Maverick or whatever, and that's the whole movie. Is
dude, Just like him, basically, it's just like following him, like the bankruptcy part
the bankruptcy
winning it all,
to winning it and saving his company.
Dude,
that would be. I'm like, because I learned that I was watching the Pat McAfee show and he like was like R.I.P. the FedEx guy. I'm like, this is a genius movie. I would watch a movie about CEO about to lose everything.
Just puts it all in red.
Puts it all in red and wins. I'm like, all right, gambling.
Yeah, gambling. That's it. Yeah, us and all our friends, like we always joke like gambling 24/7 is a joke. We're not actually like gambling addicts, and if you are, please seek the proper help. But that is funny. But like, no, seriously, like that would be. And we talk because I love it when they do biopics. I think it always gives you a new perspective on real things that have happened, whether it's events like that or people. You know, I think there's plenty of like source material out there to do biopics on. I would watch that. I think that would actually be enjoyable because I didn't know that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I didn't know that either till like recently. So I'm like, yeah, that's
actually like we wouldn't have Fed. Like imagine we would not have FedEx. If he didn't go gamble. Like go gamble. No, I'm just kidding.
Go gamble. What's your second movie, Zach?
Okay, so my next one. This is another original idea. One I think we've talked about this before. Some of these I've talked to you about, so that's why it's like coming to me. This one, so we've talked before. So in cinema, there's a term called a one shot. Yeah. So it's you start recording, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes for an extended amount of time, and then cuts.
A oneer,
yeah. So imagine that, but a whole movie.
That would be great.
So I'm like, in the movie itself is just called One Shot, and like I don't care what the plot is, what the take is. So my vision is, imagine like a set.
You could definitely do that.
Yeah, but like, okay, so example. So sets are usually like different locations, right? You have set A, set B, set C. So my idea is imagine not a trailer, but like an open trailer type thing, like a huge runway, like I'm talking like miles long.
Yeah.
And all the sets are built in order of like how the film is supposed to go.
Oh, okay. So you're jumping to scenes.
It's like scene. But the camera keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is, because it's never been done before, but like you literally have the whole movie is just a one take.
Yeah. Because there is a oneer movie on Netflix, but it's not like anything like that. All it is just, it's like an interview with the guy, and that's the whole movie is the interview.
Interesting.
But like something like that with like the elements of going from scene to scene or trying to convey how to make it look like a timeline of like events would be really cool.
Because I like movies like that. Because like I think the inspiration for that one came from when we saw
Here,
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because after the movie we talked about it, and I pitched that idea, and we talked about it because Here, the whole context of that movie is it all takes place within the same room of a house.
Yeah.
And it never goes outside of that until the very end of the movie, and it changes the perspective when you go outside the house.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It was a good concept of
the movie itself wasn't great.
It wasn't the best movie, but it was good. It was
really cool idea.
Yeah, I recommend more. I would like to see more movies that
just cinematography
outside the box with stuff like that. But yeah, something like that would be good. I mean, even if you had to like build a town like Sean Levy did with Deadpool Wolverine, you had to like build like a town
literally
for yourself and just like use a town
that, and then like the camera on like wheels on a cart, and it's just
well, there's no way you can do that on the cart. There's actually, I mean, unless because you need someone to like unclip it and then go. Like I feel like that would have to be handheld the entire time.
What I'm saying is so on this runway, like it's literally like a track that the camera is on and the person filming like multiple people.
Yeah, the dolly.
And that moves, so the set stays still and they move.
Oh, so you're thinking like kind of like sitcom, right?
Kinda.
But like the set wise,
but you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like cameras here, sets here, the whole movie.
Yeah. So that's kind of like sitcom wise.
Yeah.
See, if I were to do it, I like that where it's like each room, I would build the rooms in like completely. I want to do that, and I would have a handheld, and I would follow. And you would follow someone.
Oh.
So I feel like that's the best way you would do something like that is you would actually follow
the person.
So for example, the SNL movie, right? So the whole movie's about this guy's about this guy's stress, right? So the whole movie would be like a camera guy following this guy the like entire time until the start of the show.
You're right.
but it's all one shot, right? He's going into these rooms. Everyone's got to know their lines. Everyone's got to be on top of it. I think
That would be cool, actually, if you
one
did
of
it that way.
the best oneers, in my opinion, is from Daredevil. Is that 10-minute oneer?
Yes.
Great
Oh
one.
my gosh, that was amazing.
Also, the Joker.
That one was also a good
the
one.
second Joker 2.
Folia
Yeah, that one had a good oneer with him getting in the car after
That was a
after
cool
the
one,
bomb and yeah. But I love the idea of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch that and
Just to appreciate the talent and the art it would take to pull that off, but
Yeah.
also like, yeah, and that's what because like it's either, you know, movies inspired from like a cool plot, you know, that you want, like the whole free fall thing, or it's
Yeah.
like just a cinematography like angle. Because I always like when there's something new. Because like when you told me like what was it, 28 years later,
yeah.
it was all shot on an iPhone. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Like
stuff
that's
like,
cool to me.
Stuff like that's like really cool, and I mean, man, the Wonder would be really cool. Like if I were to do it, like I'm gonna say, if I were to do it, so I would take, let's say it's a 28-day of filming, right? I would take the first like 10 days of we're getting it right, no matter what. We're not even gonna record. We're just gonna get it right.
Yeah.
The next 10 days, we're going to record as much as we can, right? And then the last 8 days, we're going to nitpick what we recorded from, or we're going to have people like nitpick those like 10 days of us recording and tell us what we need to do better. And then those last 8 days, perfection.
Yeah. Because that's the thing too. There's going to be so many practice runs. It wouldn't be just
Yeah, there's
like,
no way. Yeah.
yeah, like, and that's why I'm saying that's why this is a hard feat to pull off. It's
Yeah.
possible, but everything has to be perfect. Like there can't be any
Man.
bloopers, no errors. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live with the sense of like
Yeah.
it's all done live. You can't go wrong, right?
You essentially need to do it. You would need to do it in like a tower or building.
Yeah,
That would be an easy, or like you could build the set. Like in Sinners, they had that wonder with the shops. That was really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you do something like on a set, that would be really dope.
yeah.
Or not a set, in a building.
In a building, yeah.
That would be
and that's the whole idea. It doesn't have to be like especially, but like so. However,
Yeah.
architecturally they have to do it, but like that concept of just like start to like beginning movie, end of movie, no cuts.
Yeah.
like that would boggle my mind of like what that would look like, you know.
Dang, that'd be very impressive seeing something like that. And the whole movie would have to be like an hour and a half. And that's the time of the movie. Is like
Yeah,
it starts at 4:30 p.m. and the end of the movie ends at 5:30 p.m.
exactly.
That would be really cool. I would watch that. That's a good idea.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that idea. Zach coming up with the good ideas.
I'm the
my-
idea guy, right?
My second movie is if you watch the Lio video, I'm very big on the Pixar theory. So my second movie would be titled Boo, and it is about. So the key point in the Pixar theory is that Boo is the old lady in Brave, and so in the Pixar theory, the doors from Monsters Inc. They travel through time. That's how they go back in time to see humans and stuff. So the whole concept is Boo growing up, trying to figure out how to see this monster thing that she saw as a kid. She's not going to forget that. She was like 3 or 4, right? So that's going to be engraved in her mind. And the whole movie is her trying to figure that out. Bet she goes to science school or whatever. She figures out how to build these things, and she finally figures out how to build her time machine, right? Whether it's through a door or through the pizza planet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that would be your time machine, because we see those in every single. We see that in every single movie.
That's true.
Right? So with that, she would go through time, and the big part of this movie is it's a crossover. It's a major crossover, $1 billion crossover for Pixar, right? So she's going through time, and we get to see all of our favorite characters in that time. So, for example, you go to the year whatever to see The Incredibles, right? Or you go to the year whatever and see Nemo in a pond, and it's like, oh look, there's Nemo. Or you go to the year right after the humans come back to Earth after WALL-E, and you get to see WALL-E and Eva. You know, you get to see all these characters. You get to see Woody, or you get to see Andy, or you get to see the actor that plays Buzz in the Buzz movie, and you get to see all these characters. You get to go see Luca and Elio, and you go through the time, and the whole time she's trying to figure out what time Sully is
from. Oh,
the whole time she's trying to figure that out, right?
Dude.
And she's going crazy. She's going crazy the entire time. She's trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And in the end, she becomes an old lady, as we saw in Brave, you know? And she gets stuck in that time of Brave, right? to the point where she's not the one who's gonna get to see Sully. It's gonna be her daughter.
Oh, dude.
And her daughter's gonna figure it out and make it to Sully and be like, hey, that's it.
Bro.
Cinema, bro.
I think that if it's gonna be done, that's the way to do it. That is the one.
I don't know the entire like plot and the entire like logistics of that, but something along those lines.
That
where
concept, though, that's the direction. Yeah.
If you can really connect every little thing, that would be like, I mean, I'm $1 billion. I'm literally saying billion because you're not only having like the new kids who want to go watch
that
it.
ties in everyone.
Like everyone who seen the very first Toy Story to now will go watch that movie.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Literally, yeah. So it would be like, I mean, it's just like, how do you top that? You can't. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be cool because that would be a good way to like make it make sense where we're seeing all these characters and it's not just like thrown in there. It's kind of like orchestrated in a way that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. And the whole time, because like a part of the theory is that, the cars, their personalities take over the humans. So there is a Pizza Planet car in the Cars universe. So part of that film would be she has to leave her car and she's figured out another way to time travel, and that's how that car becomes the Pizza Planet car in the Cars timeline.
In the Cars, yeah.
But what's your third movie?
All right,
that's wild, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for context too, like I know, like I said, like I've mentioned these to Elena before, but a lot of like just our list we didn't share with each other before this.
Yeah,
this is all off
brand new, brand new.
I'm just as blown away as y'all are right now, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so this next one's inspired not just from personal experience, but also just like from Thunderbolts. And I'm not saying like in Marvel, like this isn't a Marvel pitch. This is another original idea, but the whole movie is a mental health awareness movie, which is something I think is like a very ongoing thing in the world. Not just like as Christians we see this, but like in the world, there's so many people that struggle with mental health issues, and there's not quite enough awareness about it and the severity of it. So like the whole idea, I called it like right now, it's like, oh, the peace inside, but like the whole idea is like. And it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of an example, but you know how some movies it's like not just one character, there's like separate characters, they don't ever like connect or whatever, but you see different stories, like God's Not Dead, for example, like, you know, has like different characters and stuff. So that's kind of the idea behind it, but the whole thing is I want, because like what Thunderbolts did for me, and I know it did for a lot of people who have mental health stuff, but like people who don't have mental health issues get to see that side of this is what it's like. And I think that's the heart behind this movie is I want it to be done where someone that has no mental health issues, who's quote unquote normal, could watch this and actually have empathy, but also realize like how big a deal it is. You know, because like we've seen it in everything, in like, you know, wrestling, even like LA Knight came out and was like talking about he came out and like made a whole thing about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is awesome. Like we need more people speaking out on that stuff, because like and like I think this movie should tackle depression, because I think that's our generation's the most depressed generation in history.
It's true.
So, and that's something like just in the church I hear all the time and see, but like. So there's that. I think we need to see that side of things and kind of touch on that and give a character that represents that. And another one's anxiety. I think a lot of people, we all have anxiety at one point in our lives. You might not have like an anxiety disorder, but I think we all wrestle with anxiety in some degree. So I think, and we've seen that in some movies, like just even like panic attacks. Like I think my favorite thing is when movies show what a panic attack is like. As someone who's had them before, it's like, dude, it is like,
it's real.
It's a real thing, and it is the worst thing in the world because you feel like the whole world's just collapsing on you. So like to see that represented in movies is really cool, and it's close to my heart. But also like I think it's a cool thing that we could spread more awareness on, not just what it is, but like what is the outcome? Like, what does that do to a person? But also, like, how do you get better? And the whole heart of this movie is not just to show these problems, but how they're overcome. Because there's many people, not just me, but like many people out there that have overcome these issues and become better and healthier now. But also, like, when you're in it, you don't feel like there's, you know, help. You know, even if you are a believer in God and stuff, like, it just feels like you're hopeless. But I don't know. That's just like I'm really passionate about that. And I feel like, man, Like we're kind of getting more movies like that, but I want one like it's just that, targeted just for that reason. Like not for money, not for fame, not for glory, just to like spread awareness for people that need to be represented out there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely do believe we do need more movies that bring awareness to like depression, anxiety, even addiction. You know, like,
That too, it could tackle addiction.
we really do need more like films that really represent that. I know we have like the Inside Outs and Thunderbolts and all that, but something that's like real. You know, not just directed towards.
It's not just a Hollywood movie.
It's not just like a Hollywood Marvel Pixar movie, but it's actually like it's a real movie that tackles real things, that is marketed for real to a real audience.
Yeah.
To show. So I definitely agree with that 100%. Because that's a real thing.
Yeah, it is, and it's like I don't know, and that's something I'm passionate. And that, just like in everything I do, like in life and career and everything, it's like I try to like be aware of that, but also like carry that with me because it's like, man, like I know there's people out there that just need to hear like you're gonna be okay, you know. And I think that's the whole heart of this movie is just like, because like this even Thunderbolts, man, all the like stuff I've seen on social media and stuff, it's like, man, this touched so many people's lives, like in a beautiful way, and it's like, man, that's how you do it,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely like, that's a little bit more heavy, but I feel like it's definitely something I wanted to talk about, and I know I hope people out there too realize that, and for those that are like struggling with that, there's help, and also like, if you don't believe in God, God's got you. We talk about that all the time on the podcast, but
He is real.
He is real, and He loves you. So I'll let you kind of lighten the mood there, but go ahead there, brother.
This is actually the serious one. I'm like, Spider-Man, man. Anyways, The Amazing Spider-Man 3. I do not care how many times I got to say it. I want that trilogy to be finished. I want Andrew Garfield to get his good send off, the one he deserves, because he is one of us. He is a Spider-Man nerd,
yes,
just like us. I think it should start with him beating it should start right after Amazing Spider-Man 2, beating the living crap out of Harry, like the set photos we saw that we never got to see the deleted scene. Right? It should definitely start with that. Time jump to whatever is happening with Richard Parker, if that is technically canon in that world or not, because that is a deleted scene. And then I think it should time jump to him coming back from No Way Home and living his life and maybe finding his MJ and getting his happy ending in the end. And maybe at the end of the movie, we get another time jump to his family with his Mayday and his MJ and his happy ending that I feel like Andrew's Peter definitely deserves.
Oh yeah, because I feel like he's the most relatable Spider-Man to me. Like definitely. I love all of them. I grew up with Tobey Maguire, and then all that. But I feel like Andrew's definitely my favorite. Just Spider-Man, like all around Spider-Man for sure. But I agree, he definitely, because dude, I love No Way Home, but man, I always feel for him when like they're talking. He's like, I'm just too busy with Peter Parker stuff. You know, it's just like, get this man a woman, bro. Like, let him be happy.
Get this man a happy ending. But, like, even, like, I want to see that, too. Like, him, like, not pulling his punches. Like, not just, like, on Harry, but, like, on actual, like, criminals. Like, does he actually...
Like, a traumatic...
Like, does he turn into, like... Does he really turn to, like, Batman or something? Like, I want to see that. Like,
bro,
does he just, like, straight up bully people?
Like, if him pulling his punches was, like, Amazing Spider-Man 1 after Uncle Ben died, then, like, I can only imagine what Gwen did, bro. Yeah, so that'd be cool. So yeah, I agree. Amazing Spider-Man 3 should definitely be made.
Sony,
get on it, please. Like if you're gonna do anything else Spider-Man related, please do that. That's not like non-MCU wise. I mean, because they could still do that for sure. And I would watch it. But speaking of sequels, so I did say like I did have at least one that was like more just a sequel.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time, as far as just like. It's a funny movie. It's like has a special place in my heart. It was actually, so fun fact, this was the first rated R movie I ever saw in theaters.
Oh, yeah?
And it is Bullet Train.
Oh, yeah.
I want a Bullet Train sequel immediately because like I know we've been talking about F1. This is like the third time it's been brought up now on a podcast episode.
Bro, it's that good of a movie.
It's that good. But Brad Pitt killed it in that movie as well. Relatable character. I loved it. And we had Aaron Taylor Johnson. We had a huge stacked cast. And the movie was perfect. It was hilarious. And like I said, like it's one of those movies like I don't watch all that often because it's so good I don't want to ruin it for myself. You know what I mean? Kind of like Interstellar we talked about. That's how I feel with Bullet Train too. Just watching in general. I've only seen it twice now for that reason. Once in theaters and then once at home. But I do want a sequel because they could easily make a sequel to that because the ending is a definitive ending, but it's not like we can never make a sequel to this if that makes sense. And it's a movie too that like. If they made a sequel, it wouldn't like hurt the original at all. Yeah. Like it's still standalone, which we've seen that with The Accountant. We've seen that Nobody 2's coming out. So it's kind of along those lines of movies where you could do that.
Yeah.
But also like I just want to see more. Like I want to see how they could like do it again, but like funnier and stuff. Like not funnier, but you know what I mean. Like keep that humor because dude, it was so freaking hilarious.
I'd be down for that. That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Brilliant movie, dude. And that's the thing. Like you're talking about like original movies. That was one of them. Like that was perfect. Like I would definitely want them to do that again. So I don't know what the plot would be or anything, but I mean, I'm sure they'd come up with it.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, y'all do your thing.
Y'all do your thing. We trust y'all.
Literally.
My fourth film is I've mentioned this in the Goonies episode. But my fourth film is I definitely think this should be made. My dad came up with the idea. Others have come up with the idea. And so in the Goonies, the whole plot of the Goonies is to find One-Eye Willie and the treasure, right? So they go through all the booby traps and all that. So what I want is a One-Eye Willie movie. So it's a prequel to the Goonies. And you don't need any of the cast, the original cast from the Goonies, because they have no point in this movie. Yeah. The movie's about One-Eye Willie. It takes place in like Latin America, or like he's Spanish. He's a Spanish pirate, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a Spanish pirate movie. It's about One-Eye Willie. It's about him finding his treasure for one. So the whole plot of the movie is him finding his treasure because that's the treasure that we see in the Goonies. So I want to know how One-Eye Willie found his treasure for one. So I want the movie One-Eye Willie finding the treasure and getting in all that, right?
Kind of that build up,
and then he's trying to escape. He's trying to get away. He gets trapped in the cave, like they said. They trap him in the cave. He's like, crap, okay. And then that's really the end of the movie, right? So like the whole plot of the movie is him trying to find the treasure. I'm sure there's a lot of plot points they can add to that of how One-Eye Willie finds the treasure and all that, and gets his crew and gets his ship and all that. And then the end of the movie would be him getting trapped in the cave, right? Him killing all of his men like he does. Him setting up all the booby traps like he does and just sitting in that seat.
That final shot would be so cool of him just sitting in the seat, accepting he's trapped, and then it just like, to me they do that, and then imagine they like start a time jump, like it starts slowly showing him decaying and turning into a skeleton, and it's the exact scene from the Goonies. None of the actors are in it, but it's just the shot of him in the chair, and then boom, done.
Yeah. And then my dad also came up with this. So there would be an end credit to this movie, and it would be Cobblepot.
Oh yeah.
He's going through the caves. He has his wallet out. He's trying to figure out where, he's trying to find he figured out like how to get into the cave, but he doesn't know about the booby traps. Screen goes black. The booby trap springs. We hear a scream.
Dude.
Cut.
Cinema.
I
would love that, actually.
But I definitely think that is man, who doesn't like a good pirate movie? It would connect to an original. It wouldn't mess with an original.
That's the biggest thing. It would still give the Goonies like the respect it deserves without touching it directly,
Exactly. But that being said, what is your last of the movies?
So this last one I had, this is again original idea movie. This is something like I played around with this idea in my head, just something like not just as a movie, but also like in life. So in life, I feel like everyone's had that question of if I could do it all over again, would I? Like in life, you know what I mean? So hear me out. This movie's called The Do-Over, and it follows a man. And the first shot is he's dying. Like he's on his deathbed dying, right?
Yeah.
We have no context. And then he's dying. And then right as he dies, he's being born again. So he's being born in the hospital. He starts as his baby and it follows his life. And as his life is playing out, he has all his memories from his life.
He's just like this intelligent baby.
Right? It's kind of like that, but to a step further, because I played that around. I'm like, man, what if I could live life again? Because, like, I'm a high believer of everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, we make mistakes, we grow from it, but also, like, the bad memories are just as important as the good memories, because if we didn't have it, we wouldn't be the men we are today, right?
Yeah.
So, like, but of course there's stuff I'm like, man, if I could just get that moment back.
Yeah.
And not just relive it, but if I could change it, like, what would the outcome be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we all play with that. It's like, what if? So it's literally the biggest what if ever, because he not only retains the memories from the past, but then he's able to choose that.
Yeah.
So imagine, like, there's moments, like, he sits there and something's about to happen and he sees, like, the past memory.
Yeah.
And then he gets to decide, do I want this to happen again? And that's the whole, and then it gets to the point of the end. Life plays out however, and we kind of see, like, throughout the movie, it's choices.
Yeah.
And, like, we see the outcome of that. It's like, did it change the outcome? And I think that's just a cinematically good movie, but also, like, just a life good movie. Because I think that would be a cool perspective. You can step into those shoes, but also it's like to show you how beautiful life is.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, we can't do that. Like, we're given one life on this earth, and, you know, I'm a believer, like, you got to live it to the fullest. You know, make mistakes, do the things that are worth living for, and, like, grow from it. Not to say it doesn't come with pain and baggage, but, like, at the end of the day, it's for a greater purpose. You know.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. It was just. It's a very introspective movie that, like, I think about, because, like, I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, what if I could just start over right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that would just be a cool, like, concept to deliver on a screen.
I agree with that. I don't know. I would watch that. That would be cool.
Right?
That's a fun concept. Like, being able to, like, relive life.
Yeah,
That's weird.
like, and that's the thing, and then there's some moments, like, not just the bad ones, but, like, imagine, like, your happiest memories.
Yeah.
You get to live again.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, we all have those memories, like, man, if I could be, like, 11 years old again, doing this for the first time again, like.
Gambling.
If I could play my first poker hand again, just for
like,
one.
One more time.
One more time. I would. What a rush.
So what you got? Like, all right, I bet the Warriors are gonna blow their 3-1 lead right here. It's like, what? How? What are you talking about?
Shh. Just trust me. In the Cleveland Cavaliers. No.
I'm a billionaire. That's cool. So I do have an honorable mention. So I've never really watched the Batman Beyond series, but I do think they should make a Batman Beyond animated film similar to the Spider-Verse.
Yes. Well, because we almost got
that. So I'm like, I think they should actually go through with that and just make that a thing. James Gunn.
Agreed to it.
But I think there should be a movie titled. This is a biopic. Another biopic. It should be titled Stanley Martin Lieber, about Stanley and him in New York, 1922, becoming a comic book writer and starting Marvel Comics.
Oh,
so
dude.
Be him joining Timely Comics in 1939. He starts as an office assistant. I'm reading this, y'all.
Yeah.
But he starts as an office assistant and turns into, like, one of the greatest comic book writers ever. I mean,
Period.
Eventually becomes a head writer, an art director, an editor-in-chief, a publisher, a chairman, and he also served in the army. You know? So, like, a life of basically just, like, the biopic of Stanley, which we've had they've had documentaries and they've had...
Yeah, but we haven't had a true biopic.
A true biopic of Stanley. And I think if, like, anyone nerdy enough related, it should be Stanley. Because I feel like he kind of changed the...
I mean, without him, we wouldn't have the MCU or Marvel, period.
Exactly.
Like, and that's the thing, and, like, kind of like you mentioned with FedEx earlier, it's just another similar thing, because, dude, Marvel almost did not happen. Like,
yeah,
they were on the verge of becoming completely bankrupt. And, like, that's why now, like, we have the whole Sony owned Spider-Man, Universal owned the Hulk for a while, and thank God that's done. Like, him and Namor finally are back to the MCU now. But, like, at the time, it was like they had no choice, so they just sold what they could and hoped to God that they got out of that mess. And here we are, and now they're a Marvel empire.
Yeah,
with, like, billions and billions of dollars. But it all started because Stan Lee. Like,
exactly. And like to be able to like show those stories, like the reason why he wanted to make a Fantastic Four, or the story of him making Spider-Man with the Fly, and him wanting to make X-Men because of the, you know, segregation and all that. Like, I don't know.
Beautiful.
Just seeing those stories, seeing him make those stories in a movie would be really cool.
Yeah, just to see the heart of it, dude. Like,
yeah.
Bro.
R.I.P. bro. Man, Stanley's the best.
He's a legend. Gone, but will never, ever be forgotten.
Cool. Do you have anything else you want to chat about?
No. That was a really fun episode.
I know, yeah. I enjoy this.
I will say, for anyone watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, put your suggestions if there's ideas you have, or if like you want like to piggyback off what we said. We appreciate, because like I think it'd be cool just to see other people's perspectives too, because this is a fun idea. Like, it's not every day you get to just have the floor and be like, yo, we should do this.
Like, we should make this movie or this movie.
Yeah, so give us your thoughts and suggestions. And if you are a movie involved person out there and you want to make a movie out of one of these, hit us up.
Give us some credit, you know.
Yeah,
give us that cameo or the
No, dude, if we ever get a cameo in a movie,
that would be dope.
I think life would be complete.
Adam Sandler, what are you doing here? Cool. You good?
Yeah.
Cool. Before we close out, gotta hit Zach with a random question, all right? I should have thought of a random question before.
Man, that's random.
Yeah. All right. Who do you want to play Wolverine? The new Wolverine after Hugh Jackman?
In the MCU. Okay.
Yeah. Curveball of the century.
Dude, this sucks. Like, how do you follow up with Hugh Jackman, bro? I don't know, because like I've seen some people are like Daniel Radcliffe. Like, I've seen that one. I've seen
the Calvary.
Henry Cavill would kill it. I don't know. To be honest, I think the best thing they could do is give it to maybe like a lesser known actor.
Yeah.
Like someone that could like kind of take the floor with it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
An up and coming actor that no one knows about.
Yeah,
it's in the shadows, because I would do that.
Oh yeah, I think Lena.
I would do it.
You know what? Yeah, I'll give it to you, bro. You can be Wolverine.
You the short king.
Yes. If you need a Deadpool, I got you.
Cool. Y'all, we love Jesus. We love the Bible. And we love sharing the word of God at the end of each episode. So Zach's going to do that for us right now.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to be reading out of Psalms. I'm doing Psalms 24 through 5. And it says, "May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy over your victory and lift up our banners in the name of our God. May the Lord grant all your requests." So this verse stands out to me because not only will God will grant the desires of your heart. All you have to do is ask. It may not be in the realm of our understanding. We may not always understand when and why and how, but God sees you, God hears you, and he wants to fulfill these great plans for you. Not just for you, but to glorify him and tell others of the greatness of God.